telling him about his dad.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's the answer. What's it? Oh, yes, because I've gone. Okay. Yes, so, hello, we're live.
Hello.
I wanted to start by telling the story of this great gym battle that I had. Hello, we're live. It's 8:30. Got to go live at 8:30. I think it was the 5th, may have been 4th gym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I wasn't really thinking. It was late at night, and I was just tired when I was doing it. So before I went into the gym battle, I had 2 Pokemon that were close to death.
Mm-hmm.
So very low health. So going in, I basically started, or not really, but sort of had like 4. So basically, it felt like it was 4v4. And all my Pokemon were underleveled as well. So, and I also didn't have enough. I had 1 max revive and 2 revives. Anyway,
Things are looking a little dicey.
yes. So I'll skip over the entire battle to the end, but just know that everything that happened was awesome. But we were neck and neck, and then we get to the end, and I had 1 Pokemon. Oh, it was against a Gigantamax Machamp was her last Pokemon. And yeah, I got down to 1 Pokemon that I knew was going to get 1 shot, and I had 1 revive left. I was like, okay, I got to pick one of you to do the job. One of you, because you're my last hope. Then I ended up going with my Corvisquire, which is the Pokemon that evolves from Corviknight. I was like, help me, Corviknight. You're my only hope. I've been calling it Corviknight up until now. So, yeah, I go to do an attack, but I was like, hopefully the Machamp uses something to boost its stat again. That's like the only chance I have, and it didn't. And it used some attack, and I see the health go down, and then I was like, resigned to the fact that I had lost. I was like, I can't believe I just lost a gym battle. I can't remember the last time that happened. And then Corvisquire's health stays on 1, and then it comes up on the screen. It was like, Corvisquire held on because it knew you would feel sad. I was like, Corvisquire!
Yes,
and then
your boy.
And then hit the attack and won off that very turn. I was like, oh my god, Corvisquire, you are the MVP, ride or die. Holy shit. And then I was like,
fucking mad lad.
Immediately afterwards, I was like, I need to go. You are no longer Corvisquire. You need a nickname. To cement your place in legend. And I was like, I need to think of the coolest crow I possibly can. Immediately when I said that, I thought of a couple other ones, but I think the one I went with was good. Russell would have been a good one. Also maybe like
choice.
Poe or Edgar or something like that for Edgar Allan Poe, because why is a raven like a writing desk? But then I settled on Velka, who is in the Soul series, the Raven goddess.
Okay.
Who is cool as hell. My Corvisquire is a boy, but it doesn't matter. And I was like, it's that or the other crow character in Dark Souls is Eileen, and I think Velka probably works better.
Yeah, that is a sick name.
Yeah, it's because I've got one on the brain and he's blue. Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Actually, you should name, I can't remember if it's Sork or Throw, but the blue Pokemon in the
It's
Gi.
Sork, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Sork. I should catch one of those and call it Dr. Manhattan, or just Manhattan. Anyway, welcome to Pokemon X and Y. I'm Brendan. I knew it was my turn.
And I'm Bianca.
What a great hat you've got.
Yeah. So you asked me before, or maybe you didn't ask me and I just started talking about my hat. And I've got this hat on because we're here to solve a mystery on this episode. It might not seem like it. It might seem like this is the Sword and Shield Super Show. But we are here to solve a mystery. And that mystery is, what happened to that really, like, shitty, like, confirmed bad game that everyone was talking about?
Yeah.
Did that release or something? Did you hear about that?
I've heard about it. I've heard that Game Freak lied. Hashtag.
Yeah. I heard there was a hashtag, and there was lots of like an outpouring of hatred and distrust.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just on the lookout for some clues as to what happened to that, because all I see is a fucking rad game.
Okay, interesting. This is interesting framing. I wasn't expecting this. However, I have assembled a few clues which I think will point us in the right direction. Luckily.
Yep.
Is my mic sounding okay, by the way?
Sounds all right to me. See if anyone in the chat wants to correct you.
Yeah, I just turned it down a little bit because it was peaking out in OBS. So yeah, we weren't originally going to sort of do a review, but we're not really doing a review either. It's not like we're going to talk about all of our favourite things. So I've just included some points that I think some of my favourite parts about the game. Some of the favourite aspects, and then after that I've picked a selection of Pokemon for us to discuss that I think will be divisive. I think most of them I don't... Oh no, about 50-50 I like, 50-50 I don't like. But all in all, I think people will have differing opinions. So I thought that was a good gimmick. So spoilers, I fucking love this game. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to check how many hours I've played, but yeah. I don't know how did you jot down any points yourself, or should I just go through
mine? I did have one thing that I wanted to talk about, and it's funny that that story that you told at the start actually ties into what I want to say, so that's super convenient. Because I know we talked about it many episodes ago about Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee. And I know you didn't play it. I know that you were saying how like it's just like Yellow, and you already played Yellow, and I didn't. And I know that one of the joys of that game was genuinely feeling a bond with my Pikachu, and the mechanic that you described of where it's your Pokemon just toughs it out because it doesn't want you to feel sad. I remember that from Let's Go. I don't know if it was in like the previous generations, because I didn't really play Sun and Moon. I don't really remember it in Gen 5.
I'm pretty sure it was a thing that came in Sun and Moon. Oh, it might have been... It could have been X and Y, but I know it was in Sun and Moon.
Yeah, I guess I didn't play a whole heap. I probably didn't earn my Pokemon's respect enough. But I really, really liked that. And I really like how in Sword and Shield, I feel like a Pokemon trainer. I don't just feel like an assembly of elite mons that is steamrolling my competition. I feel like I actually have a little team, and we're all friends, and we all hang out, and we all go camping and eat delicious meals together. That makes me smile every time I even think about it. Like at work today, I was just thinking about going camping with my Pokemon, and I was like...
Honestly, the smile that I've got at the moment, I literally can't, I just noticed how big of a smile I had while you were talking about that. It's great. It's fucking great.
Yeah, I feel like they really kind of nailed it in that specific vibe that I get. And I haven't played nearly as much as probably anyone else because I was away this weekend and there was a mix-up with the game that I brought, which caused a little bit of a panic.
I'm sure we'll get into that.
Yeah. But even from the brief amount of time that I've put into it, I definitely feel a very strong sense of attachment to all of my Pokemon, which I love.
Yeah. I think something that I never do is that usually I will slowly collect Pokemon as I go, and then, slowly over time they'll earn their place. And I've sort of done that, but this time I started out with 6 and I'm slowly rotating through and letting some of them earn their place.
Yeah.
And the ones that earn their place, when they get a spot, they get a nickname. And
yes.
But I had been rotating. I'm pretty sure I'm set on my 6 at the moment. There might be a couple that I could swap out, but that's how I've been doing it.
Yeah.
And going on the adventures, holy shit, feeling like a Pokemon trainer. I think the way that the gym battles are set up too, I think that really helps. Like, this is all just like lore and world building, and immersion is the word I was trying to remember. This is all just immersion, but I really appreciate it over this time because it's not... Oh my... I just realized something. There's no it may come later. There's no apocalyptic threat.
World threat.
Yeah. It's just go around and be a Pokemon trainer and have fun.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what Beard's got cooking in his big pink cloak of his, but
yeah.
It could be something awful, or maybe it's just a bit of a bad vibe.
Yeah, I can tell you from what I've seen so far, he hasn't tried to destroy the world yet by awakening some legendary Pokemon. But who knows? Yet. Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. Let's be real. But yeah, no, I really like that, and that ties into my first point, which is you are the villain. Is the fantasy that, and not the villain, the rival.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just beat Opal. I think she's the fifth gym, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I literally just before we started streaming got to Opal. Where you
and I've only just beaten Milo. I've barely played any.
Yeah.
But I did get to do the challenge, which I thought was a great idea. Even though it was kind of piss easy, but it was great. I loved it.
Which challenge is that one?
It's the sheep herding.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah, the idea of a challenge is pretty cool, though. Like, it's like what you say, it's just kind of some world-building stuff. Like, it feels like more of an adventure.
Okay, so this is something I was going to bring up, but Opal, who I think is the sixth one, you'll know. You'll know when you get to her. She's a fairy gym leader. I just finished her story, and I won't spoil it for you, but I'll just say I didn't really realize what was going on with her story until the very end. And then when I sort of realized it was like a holy shit moment, I was like, whoa, it's a very deep subject for a Pokemon game. I say that for a Pokemon game. I'm not saying it's an incredibly deep subject, but it's interesting.
I mean, we did the Pikachu being a social justice, Detective Pikachu being an SJW episode, and there's been some pretty heavy political content in some of the Pokedex entries.
Actually, yes, there is. We forgot to talk about that. The mention of climate change.
Yes, climate change is canon in the Pokemon universe. Which is a little sad, but that's the world we live in, you know?
Yeah, there's like the world we live in, it shouldn't be a shock that that's there. And it's not really even like, I mean, for us, it's not even really a political message to be acknowledging the existence of climate change. However, it seems strange for a company like Nintendo who tries to keep its nose as clean as it possibly can. I mean,
it will go out of its way to do that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Kami Pikachu is in reference to that joke. Giga coming to me. More like the Green New Deal Pikachu.
Hey.
Take that, leftists.
I've got to ask, and I don't know if the answer is just play more of the game, then that's fine. But man, I don't know. He's really like a dick. There was a bit where you check into I feel like this isn't really spoiler because it's right in the middle of the game. You check into the gym challenge, and he's like, "Oh, I get recommended by the champion," and they're like, "Oh wow, that's pretty impressive." He's like, "So hurry up and check me in," and they're like, "Okay, just give me a second." And I was like, "Jesus, Hop, be nice to retail workers, you fucking dickhead."
It's like, a little bit of a prick, isn't it? That's fine.
That's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse. I put these two because they're obviously the first major characters you get introduced to, and they're obviously brothers too. Yeah, Hop's he's a bit of a dick, isn't he? Like, fuck off. However, I've been reading on just hot takes on Reddit and Twitter that people don't seem to like Leon either. However, I feel as though he rules.
I want there to be like a guy that just goes around and is just like,
I'm undefeated. I'm the best.
I'm the fucking champion. I'm undefeated.
Yeah,
you know?
Like he's not.
I like it, and
he doesn't put anyone else down. He's trying to lift everyone else up.
Yeah, he's a very positive role model.
Yeah.
For International Men's Day, nonetheless, he's a very positive role model.
Yeah, true. He doesn't put anyone down. But I like the concept. It's very subtle, but I'm just saying, you know, like Hop reinforcing that inner west pause. Hop recognizing that you two are rivals, and they sort of relegate you to you being the rival because Hop's brother is the champion, and that seems like more of an arc that a protagonist would have.
Yeah. It does kind of irritate me a little bit when he keeps talking about how like like, obviously you're the rival, but also like I'm kicking this kid's ass. Like,
yeah,
he's
exactly.
like, he's learned about type advantages. I was like, bro, you picked the one that was weak to. Like, what were you expecting? I picked Stubble. Pick Garuki if you wanted to put up a fight.
Yeah.
Like,
No. Yeah, just constantly mop the floor with him.
Yeah.
He deserves it because he's a bit of a prick. The next part, the wild areas.
Yes.
Holy shit. This is the next step that the series needed. They needed a big leap, and it was this. And it's unfortunate that the entire game isn't like this. I brought it up in a different point, but we were talking about that now. I like the new routes. I quite like as well, just the way that it works with the grass, and I like how it's all laid out. And they're quite short, but you can spend a little bit of time in there, and you don't get sick of being in there. But the wild areas, holy shit. Hell yeah,
they're
dog.
pretty chill. I was gonna post this clip to Twitter so I could share it, but I forgot to do it. I have this clip on my Switch for the first time that a Pokemon started chasing me out of the grass.
Yeah.
It was a Tyrogue, which we know and love.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It's terrifying. I sort of paused because I was trying to like look at what was in there, and I realized it was a Tyrogue, and then it just started fucking like just coming at me. And so I ran away, and then he was still chasing me. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna run away from this scary little shorts boy.
Yeah. And I like that there's random battles and overworld battles too, which is cool. Oh man, it's so good. So you don't really pick up on how it works until I guess you do the third gym or fourth gym. But the wild area, there's one wild area and it's all connected. It's easier to see on this map.
Yeah. I think Mitch was showing me the map of how it goes like around the main city, sort of.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Motorstoke is the main city because it looked pretty bloody big, but
there's a bunch of main cities.
Yeah. But it does kind of like wrap around it. Like it's not just that one area at the front where you first go to the wild area. Yeah,
so like the wild area continues on, and that sort of links these big circles. So like, yeah, I just love how it's just big circles. Something in my brain appreciates the map just being a big circle, and all sorts of, I don't know, it just connects together really nicely. It's cool. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Also, where Wales should be is a desert. I just want to drop that in there.
That's a statement that they've made.
They've drawn a line in the sand. This is political.
Yeah, and Jamesy, that's targeted directly at Carol. You can take that back.
Motorstoke should be a stage, but also Hammerlock should be in a stage. Hammerlock is
I think I've seen a tiny bit of Hammerlock on Mitch's Switch. I think that's what he's up to. I saw that it was something I hadn't seen yet, and I looked away and I was like, I don't want to see that. But if it's what it sort of looks like, looks pretty fucking cool.
Wait till you get to Bologna, place in the top left corner.
Balloonly.
Yeah. Bologna. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, wait till you get there. It's rad as hell, which is where I just finished up. So I'm about to go to the Route 7. So that's exactly where I'm at.
Awesome.
The map's really cool. The overworld, how the macro and micro world with the wild areas and stuff is rad.
Yep.
Did I have anything else? Let me just check. I have notes, everyone.
We've done some research. All right, I just have to take my hat off quickly because it's actually quite uncomfortable.
Yeah, fair enough.
With the headphones on.
I was just thinking, why is my throat so sore? And it's like, oh, because we live in a smog hell. That's right. If this is time dated, by the way, at the moment, Sydney is very smoggy with fire smoke.
It might not be time dated as hard as you think. If
it's
going to be like this for weeks on end, possibly
Jesus.
even into the months, it could be just any generic period in this summer.
That's incredibly worrying. Thank you for that.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Have you met Marnie in game yet?
I have, very briefly. Haven't really interacted yet, but I have encountered Team Yell. It's at that first thing where you go to the hotel where you're staying, and Team Yell are just being a bit boisterous. And then Marnie sort of comes up and tells them to pull their fucking heads in and stop being dickheads, guys. And then they do. Yeah, I thought Marnie was every bit as cool as I hoped she'd be, and so far she seems extremely worthy of standing.
So, yeah, we have to stand. I have invested hop directly after Opal's story, by the way. Yeah, so we did the episode about the teams. You did a great presentation about it, and we didn't know where Team Yell would stack up.
Yeah.
Obviously, I haven't finished the game.
Yeah, can't judge it till we're done, I think. But
I'm pretty happy to put Team Yell at number 1.
Whoa, okay, that is a huge call. All right, because I in the one encounter I had with them, there was one when I battled them, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, sorry, we just really fucking love Marnie, and we got a bit carried away," and I was like, "Yes."
They are not even evil. There's no evilness in them. They're just sometimes...
It's like what you said. There's no big cataclysmic threat. Like, what are they going to do? Have a big party?
Yeah.
Use their vuvuzelas too loudly? Like
the double-ended vuvuzelas and their body pillows.
Yeah.
I'll move this out of the way. Yeah, they're not even evil. They're just... They can be a little bit inconsiderate, but they mean well. They're just very passionate, and I think that's important.
Yeah, they're like football hooligans, but without all of the really bad violence.
Yeah.
That
I mean, yeah, man, that dude's jeans and belt and midriff is definitely a statement.
Yeah, big statement. I love though that he has that with his absolutely toothpick arms. That really caps it for me.
Yeah, while his friend is holding a body pillow.
Yeah,
they're so good. This is why they're number 1.
Yeah. I was very impressed by my very brief interaction with them and with Marnie. I'm very keen to continue to interact with them.
I obviously won't spoil it, but one of my favourite interactions that they have involves a silly cobra. You'll know what it is. It was fucking great. I was laughing at IRL.
That's awesome.
Now, something we have to talk about.
Yes.
Is Dynamaxing.
Yes.
I recently discovered that there's actually 2 things. Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing are different things.
Yes, and there is no Gigamaxing. That's a fake word.
Yeah, I always knew it was fake. I had resigned to that.
Yeah.
But first of all, could you tell us what your thoughts about? Have you done much?
I've done it once. I joined a Dynamax raid. Me and Mitch did one, but Mitch didn't realize that only one of us could Dynamax at once. So he Dynamaxed first, and then I didn't get a chance to Dynamax. But then I did it in the Milo gym battle. I also Dynamaxed my Corvus Squire, and because he's flying type, he fucking popped off. And they were like, "You can only do it for 3 turns," and I was like, "He only needs 3 turns, baby." I feel like I need to do it more before I have an opinion on it, because at the moment, I Gigantamaxed him or Dynamaxed him at the start, and then he stayed that way the whole time, and then I won the battle while he was still in that form. It seemed functionally exactly the same as Mega Evolving.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not, and I will experience that as more time goes on. But so far, that's all it seems like.
Yeah. I was pretty disappointed when I found out that they had to be special Pokemon to Gigantamax. But maybe they can change that. Maybe they'll put in items that let you do it or something like Mega, whatever they called those.
Mega Stones, yeah.
Yeah. Mega whatevers.
Yeah.
I could have just said stone. I'll just read out what I wrote down because I think that's the best way. Dynamaxing is fine. I think it's fantastic that they've tried to implement a PvE system with the raids. Obviously, I'm guessing it takes from, it was inspired a bit by Pogo, which is Pokemon Go for all you youngsters.
For you normies.
But like a lot of those gimmicks, it's a bit half-baked, the raids, and because only one Pokemon can Dynamax at once, and it's also a massive pain in the ass to group up in those raids.
Yeah.
It's like gimmicks. It's also really hard to get invested in, like the Dynamaxing as a concept, because you know it will be scrapped next gen. But I think, keep trying. You could expand on this, and I wouldn't be offended, but I feel like they're not going to.
Yeah, I mean, Dom said the same thing in the comments, that Wild Area will probably be in the next entry and Dynamaxing won't. I think it's very accurate. I think this will just go down as another one-off thing. We had Megas, and then we had Z moves or whatever, and then now we've got this. There's just, it seems that there's an insistence, right, on doing something new, and I don't necessarily think that intentionally trying something new is a bad thing, but I feel like we've just got to move away from like kind of this big one epic thing to do in battle. Like that's like they did it with Megas, like that they did it.
They did it, and they're like,
we're doing it again 1,000 times. Now we've got to do it again from different angles.
Again and again, and again and again and again.
That's kind of what it feels like. But because when they try new things like the Wild Area, smash it out of the park. That's a really great idea. That's cool. The idea of raids, awesome idea. Dynamaxing is, just we've done it.
We did it, but it was better.
Yeah.
And it made more sense lore-wise. They didn't have to justify wishing stars fucking falling to the ground, and like I don't understand it. I'm not really paying attention.
I didn't even pay attention. They're basically like, this is the bracelet that lets you Dynamax. I was like, fuck, give it to me. I don't care.
Yeah, same. I'll wrap up my thoughts on this before we get into actually looking at the Pokemon. Is there anything else? Is there anything you wanted to say to wrap up your thoughts on it?
Not really. They're just big.
Oh no, I mean on Sword and Shield.
Oh, and Sword and Shield specifically. Yeah. I don't think so. Like I said, I haven't played a whole heap, so I don't have a whole lot to say. Just that I love, like what I was saying at the start, I love interacting with my team. Beautiful. I named my Sobble Baby Boy. He's my sweet baby boy, and he's evolved, and he's not a baby boy now, but he's still my baby boy. And I love that. I
love that name. Mine is Rabuto. Because the second evolution has a headband and it reminded me of Naruto, and I thought it was a funny name.
Nice.
I'm not going to lie, I came up with it at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up from a dream and wrote it down in my phone.
That's awesome.
Ultramarine. I like that. That's one more thing I really had to... No, I don't. That doesn't make sense. Okay, I said a while ago on the stream that Sword and Shield had the potential to be the best in this series, and in the lead up to it, it sounded like it was going to be the worst in the series. And even though I haven't finished the game yet, from what I've played so far, it's easily the best in the series, having played at least one game every gen. But more importantly, I think it's the biggest step forward they've taken in between generations, the Wild Zone in particular. And I think that's even more important than this game being fun, despite, despite whatever sort of criticisms or limitations it may have.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I think lots of people will try and sort of say that Gen 2 was a massive step forward because... and it was the first one to have even some animated sprites, I think, in Crystal. But I feel like this is far and away, like, fundamentally has changed the game with wild areas. Like, that doesn't even compare. Animated sprites can eat my heart out. I don't care.
Yeah. Oh man, I was just trying to think of how would they do wild area in 2D. It'd just be incredibly hard to navigate from a top-down point of view. To be very, very wide.
Yeah. When I first moved the camera around, I was like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm doing this in a fucking Pokemon game. This is insane. Yeah. Absolute insanity.
And then as soon as you realised that, a Tyrogue started chasing you.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't a good experience for me.
Yeah.
The Safari Zone, that's arguably the closest that they did that. That was only in... It wasn't in Gen 2. Like, I remember they're like, Safari Zone is closed. You can't do it. And like... the national park was sort of like that, but not really.
Yeah. Not good.
Sort of, but not really.
It's not really a fair comparison, to be fair.
I think, like what you're saying, it's very hard to actually do that on a flat plane.
Yeah, that's my thoughts. I'm sure I'll have more when I finish the game, but I'm mainlining it. So.
Yeah, I've abandoned all other games at this point.
Me too. Look, I abandoned Outer Worlds. I abandoned Death Stranding. I abandoned Minecraft.
I didn't even buy Death Stranding. I turned up because I have all that fucking EB trade credit. I turned up to EB to buy Pokemon, and then they were like, "Oh, what about your Death Stranding?" And I was like, "There's no time. I'll come back later when it's on sale."
Yeah, true. And look, obviously I'm biased. I'm a massive fucking Pokemon fan and a massive Pokemon mark. But I also know the difference between good and bad video games. So take my review with a grain of salt. But, I am HO. Let's talk about...
Let's talk about some mons.
Yeah. First off, I really... this really shocked me. First of all, I didn't... So when I saw these 3 Pokemon, I thought they were a straight evolutionary line. I thought this was 1, 2, 3. Only when I got in the game, I realized that wasn't the case.
Yeah. It's not it seems like they're embracing that more and more, having different evolutions, like evolution style, as opposed to straight lines. Because it's the same thing with an old favorite, Yamask. Because he has a completely fucking different evolution in this game. Apparently, it's really fucked as to how to get it. But yeah, I'm glad you know what I'm talking about. But it's completely different. Like they don't really look like Aggregus. It's kind of like it seems like a thing that they're moving towards.
We'll get to it.
Okay. All right. Good.
Don't worry.
Excellent.
No, but what you were saying about that, I don't know if I like that or not. But in this case, I was happy for this to happen because I thought the second one looked way cooler than the last one.
Oh yeah.
And luckily, I didn't realize it was a sword exclusive, so I just lucked out on that one. And I just randomly found an applin right at the start. I just randomly ran into it. But yeah, I really wanted to get everyone's thoughts on this evolutionary line because just personally, I always thought it would be interesting having a grass dragon. And I also pictured it, and this is way better than anything that I thought of. I fucking love these little critters. I don't know about the last one, Appleton, but Flapple, the one in the middle.
I hadn't seen him before. You said that you wanted to talk about Applin, and so I googled what Applin was, and I was like, it's an apple. Okay, interesting. Flaplin?
Flappin.
Flappin.
Yes.
Flappin. Fucking rad. I love it. I really love it. Don't love the one on the... I agree with you. I don't love the one on the... But that's so fucking... I don't know what it is. I just like it.
It's my ride or die. He's in my ride or die squad. It's so cool. So, and also, you know how I feel about the through line of evolutions. I may have brought this.
Story.
You got to tell a story. There's no fucking better story than this because it plays out in front of you, which is cool.
Yeah.
Have you got? Oh, you wouldn't have, but you will eventually. There is a cutscene that plays out, and it's very cute. But I can tell you about like the lore-wise, just Pokemon-wise. So there's a little dragon thing. He just looks like a little worm. It doesn't have any distinguished features. And it lives in an apple, which is sort of weird because there's made-up fruit in this world, but there's also apples.
Yeah. Here with our fucking perch-and berries or whatever.
Yeah.
Pecha. They're not peaches.
Yeah. I gotta look something up real quickly so I don't sound dumb. But I'll do that when you start talking. Also, oh my god, the one in Flapple looks like Gex. Oh no, I hate it. No, wait, I love it. I'm gonna nickname mine Gex.
Yeah, I really fucking love geckos. I don't know what it is about it. And I've noticed Sobble's middle evolution has a little bit of gecko about him. Like the way that he walks. I don't know if anyone else picked Sobble, you might not actually know this, but when when you go to camp with Sobble's second evolution, he does the twisty walk on all fours like a gecko would, or a lizard or something. And I just the little three things. I don't know what it is. I just fucking love geckos.
Yeah,
it's a gecko in an apple that's flying with wings. Bring me more of this.
Yeah, for some.
James Turner designed this.
Yeah, he deserves a raise.
He does.
Yeah. I don't hate Appleton on the end over there. I love Flapple even more. I keep fucking up his name. I think I said Flappin before. It's Flapple.
Oh, it's Flapple, okay.
Yeah. I was going to nickname it Fapple, and I was like,
That's disrespectful.
Low-hanging fruit.
Oi, he's done it to him.
The stream's over. Awesome.
That's the end.
I just thought of that joke, and yeah.
This is some live comedy genius being
Yes. Yes, I'm learning to yes and. Okay. I was racking my brain trying to think of what this Pokemon has anything to do with the UK, and I just realised it then, and I just had to double check something.
Yeah.
Flapple has a signature move. I will have to spoil this for you, called Grav Apple, where it cuts to a shot of a big apple tree and an apple falling down, and the apple drops and lands on the enemy's head.
Okay.
And I only just realised that that Applin is a sort of reference to Isaac Newton.
Apple falling from the tree. Discovered gravity. Excellent.
Yes, because of that move. Yes.
Grab apple. I like it.
So that's cool.
It's going to sound extremely fucking dumb. I'm assuming now because this is probably what you Googled. He was English, right?
That's what I Googled.
Yeah, okay, good.
It's like, he could be French, he could be Spanish, I have no fucking idea.
I genuinely don't fucking know. I was talking to, okay, this is a little off topic. So I was down in Melbourne on the weekend visiting some family. And one of the things that me and my mum's side of the family are really fucking keen on is like Downton Abbey and Pride and Prejudice and all that good shit.
Period pieces, yeah.
Live for it. So we were watching the BBC miniseries of Pride and Prejudice. Jamesy, I've made my thoughts on this very clear. You know my thoughts on the BBC Pride and Prejudice series. Excellent. And as we were talking about it, I realised that I had, like, if you asked me what year this was, genuinely no fucking clue. Genuinely no idea. And what year was Downton Abbey? I don't know. I think that was later.
It was World War II, wasn't it? Or World War One?
Yeah, but like because there's just this time period when people wore these clothes and lived in these houses and had servants, and I feel like it went for about 200 years, and I don't know when was when.
I don't know about Pride and Prejudice, but I thought it was Victorian era.
Well, see, then I realised. That's what I said. I was like, is this Victorian? And then I was like, what fucking year was the Victorian era? I don't know.
It's the mid-1800s. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, this was before that.
She was queen for like 40 years.
Georgian? I don't know. Who was the queen before that?
One sec. I got my cutout.
Okay, no worries. Well, I'll continue talking about fucking the fact that Pride and Prejudice was actually, for all you history nuts out there, set in 1813. Because that's when fucking Jane Austen wrote the book. Victoria died in 1904, so it was well before this. I feel like this was Elizabethan, like.
Oh yes.
I think. I don't really know, but like whenever I watch any of this shit, I just have no fucking clue what year it is.
Yeah.
Consequently, so if you told me like what year did Isaac Newton do this, I feel like he was one that would wear the clothes that I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. Consequently, it could be anywhere from the 1600s to the mid 1800s, and I have no idea when that is. I don't know how to. I don't know how to grade that.
I feel like
the movie was inferior to the miniseries in every aspect, except for Keira Knightley, but you know.
But I do feel like we could both pretty accurately ballpark when something happened in the 20th and 21st centuries, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a much stronger knowledge base from that point on. It is just, I'm real fucking hazy for anything beyond that.
Yeah, I mean, well, that makes sense, though. I mean, we're getting sidetracked, but...
We are getting very sidetracked, sorry.
But what I'm trying to get across is don't worry that you don't know when things happened in, like, the 1700s or whatever.
Yeah, I won't wear it too greatly as a burden on my shoulders.
Yes. The next one I included just for Ole Adrison, because he raised the question, is Yamper overrated? I would like to know your response.
Okay, Yamper? Absolutely not. This is a corgi Pokemon. You know my plans regarding corgis. I would like to get one day. They're adorable, cute little legs, heart butt, fluff collar, permanently happy expression, does little jump ups when he wants to see you. He will guide you to see Sonia because he's that good of a boy. This is the first time I'm seeing Yamper's evolution. I've been trying to avoid it because I didn't want to know. No, that's okay. I don't like that. Please go back to cute Yamper. I don't know why his legs got longer. Yamper, though, not overrated. Yamper's evolution, possibly overrated.
Interesting. I think Yamper might... I was going to beat around the bush. I think Yamper might be a little bit overrated. Doesn't mean I don't still love him. I love him. Love him to bits. I nicknamed him Noodles.
That's a great name.
It's my ride or die.
Yeah.
But I think there was a lot of hype, and there's a lot of hype in the game too. There's a lot of them in there. Is all I'm trying to say. It's a lot.
For me, it comes back to camping. It comes back to playing with my Yamper, discovering that I had a ball, and discovering that I could throw the ball for Yamper and he would bring it back to me. And then I just realized that actually we're fine here. Everything's fine. You're all good here. How are you?
1 second. Just generating some memes.
Please describe Wooloo. I don't think Wooloo was on our list to talk about. But,
I think we talked about it.
We did when he first came out. And I think I liked him then and I still like him now. I very much like that he rolls.
Yeah. Dom, that comment is 100% accurate. That is how the star system works, and it's unfortunate. But yeah, Boltund, good boy, very good boy.
Boltund.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Now it just reminds me of the movie Bolto. Have you seen that?
Bolto, no.
I'm gonna put a picture of Bolto.
Well, I was just gathering another picture, which is. Hang on.
Where's a good picture of high-res picture of Bolto? Here we go.
Bolto.
It was this movie that I watched as a kid. It was like some animated movie about anthropomorphic dogs.
What about this? Can you see the image I've put up?
Oh, I can. Yeah. Hang on, I'm gonna put my Bolto image on that one.
The PS3 thing was. Oh yes.
Nice touch.
Yes.
Yeah, Bolto.
Okay.
Bolto.
That's a great fucking painting or whatever that is they've done on that.
Yeah.
The artwork in that is rad.
Yeah. Bolto, from what I remember, goes fucking off. I don't it was just a movie about like dogs like in the Alaska or something, and they were like sled dogs, and Bolto was one of them, and he goes on adventures.
Oh shit, Bolto's a furry.
Oh, Bolto's yeah.
Look at its head.
Yeah. Okay. It's, like I said, very anthropomorphic dogs. It's a wonder that we're all not furries. I swear to God. We kept making movies like this. It's an absolute miracle.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you raise a good point.
Yeah. And you're right, Dom. Bolto goes fucking off. Thank you for backing me up.
Oh, can't wait till we do our Patreon exclusive Bolto review.
Yes.
Yeah, if my Boltund wasn't already called Noodles, I would probably call it Bolto.
It's a good name.
Bolto commentary track. I want to do that so bad.
Yes.
I've never seen this Bolt movie, by the way. I have no affinity for it.
I have. It's.
Sorry, you just cut out there.
Sorry, it's okay. It's got John Travolta. I don't know how we feel about him. He's the voice of Bolt.
I don't know how I feel about him either. Is he a Scientologist?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's gross.
He's like a turbo Scientologist.
But anyway. he does come to the Illawarra every now and then because he flies in there.
Some good shit. Isn't he like a Qantas ambassador as well? Like.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, he flies his planes into the Albion Park Airport, which is where I went to high school.
Nice.
Enough details about my life.
That's all good. We can move on to this meme that I made. I hope that more than me and Mitch have seen this meme, the original one, before. I didn't have anything to say, but Mitch really wanted me to make this, so I did. I hope you're happy.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen it.
That's okay. That's all. I've displayed my meme. I've self-platformed enough. We can move on to another meme, which I didn't make. This is one that Dom made. Mitch, before we started the stream, Mitch came and sort of yelled his thoughts about Sonia at us. So I thought I'd just include this because of the vibes that Sonia gives out. I'm sure that we all love and cherish Sonia, as I know I do. Sonia is she's one of us. She's got a parental figure that is not happy with her and the way that she's choosing to live her life. She's not living up to expectations.
She's a millennial.
She's a millennial, and I fucking love her. I fucking love her.
I love her too.
So want us to do the voice? I'm gonna butt slap you. Shut back.
What is that?
So this is from, you know, the timeless YouTube video Shoes.
Oh, it's from.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm on board. I thought you were trying to do a Scottish character, like.
Oh yeah, that would be an awful Scottish accent.
Yeah. No, it's interesting because one of the first memories I have of hanging out with my current roommate was when that video first came out, and it's like everyone had like a list of YouTube videos that you would show people, and like we just watched that on repeat. This shoes cost $300 fucking dollars. This is what I think of every time I go into a fucking shoe store now for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Yeah. The opening comedy bit of a music video, to be honest, as iconic as the music video itself. Has there been anything that's that iconic that so many people have watched and experienced and love?
I think it's just our age bracket.
Yeah, probably. A very specific point in time as to when this was important to you.
Because we were young enough to start adopting like new current trends, and that's when YouTube is coming up, when we were like 12, 13, something like that.
The perfect age.
Yes, let's move on. I love Sonia.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this one would... What do you think about... You know how I feel about pink flesh monsters?
Yeah.
I'm interested to get your thought. This is...
Haten?
Yeah, Haten.
I didn't... So I, as I assume most people were, first saw this when I fought Bede. In the caves, and it was like, Bede is going to send out a Hatena, and I was like, what is this Pokemon going to be? I thought it was going to be like Hatenar or something.
I thought it was going to be a hyena.
Yeah, I didn't know. I had no idea. And then like it comes out, and I was like, oh, it's a hat, like hat, and it just made me think of Hat from Pokemon Jade.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah, and obviously nothing could live up to that expectation, so I was disappointed. It just looks very boring. I know it's going to evolve into something. I don't know what it evolves into. But this is extremely boring. It's funny you say pink flesh monster. I didn't super get that because it's got enough hair. That makes me think it's not a pink flesh monster yet.
Well, I didn't think that either, but I was playing on the TV last night, and Ali was like, ew, what is that? And she was creeped out by it, like the vibes that I display when I see pink flesh monsters. I was like, I think this dude, it's just a cute little thing, but I wanted to see what it would evolve into, and its final evolution looks really cool.
That's all right then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Andy mentioned, it's similar to the Ralts evolutionary line. Psychic fairy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's in my been in my party for a while. Approaching ride or die status, but it's got to prove itself. It's not its final evolution yet, so that's when crunch time. That's when
it starts to clutch things.
It will either earn a nickname or it will go in the box. That's just the way it is. But yeah, I think it's the muted pastels that make it tolerable for me. It's just like Jigglypuff is a muted pink, and I like Jigglypuff, but the blue is the contrasting blue is nice. It's good to look at. It is a hat and it is an antenna.
Yes.
Yeah. So look out for its final evolution.
I will.
This next one. Gala Yamask.
Yeah.
Gala Yamask is fine. But
Yeah.
it's pretty much exactly the same, except for a mask, it has what appears to be a rune.
Yes. Considering that how we learned the importance of the mask to your mask, like it's a mask of itself from when it was a human. I'm very. I feel like this again. Maybe I'll understand if I play the game more. But what the fuck is this rock supposed to signify? Like,
oh, you'll see when on the next slide when I show you what it evolves into. But before we get to that, so I caught your mask, and you know I like your mask, and I like a Fragrugus. And so I caught your mask. I was like, oh fuck yeah! I gotta see how. I gotta check how this evolves into Galar Cofagrigus.
Cofagrigus, yeah.
So I looked it up, and I found out the very interesting method to evolve it. I won't say what it is in case people will try to want to find that out for themselves. But basically, it's a lot of fucking work. Well, not really, but
Spiritomb. It reminded me of Spiritomb, like in the sense that it was just this really weird, obscure thing to do.
Yeah, it's actually not hard. It's not. Yeah. It's nowhere near Spiritomb, but it's just obscure and weird. I was like, I'll just look up. I can't be bothered. I'll just look up what it evolves into to see if it's worth it. And there is no Galar Cofagrigus. Instead, there is Runerigus, I think it's called. This is... I don't give out too many 1 stars. This is an easy 1 star. I hate this so much.
Yeah. And do you know what's interesting? Like, it's not great, right? And I agree, but I can see the story that's being told, to use your favorite, and like, but that's not the issue here. Like, that's
what is so disappointing to me.
Yeah, like you can clearly trace it. I put that thing back where it came from.
Conceptually, I get it.
Yeah,
and it's nearly cool, but that drawing on the front of it just looks so silly. There's no way I can take it seriously. Like, too silly for me.
It looks very, very silly. I think too the way that everything's so angular. Like again, like it's obviously something that's man-made, so like it makes sense, I guess, for it to be angular. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. It's not.
Oh, I don't mind that. I realize it's because it's sort of trying to be, the main body part is trying to be in the shape of, like, similar to the coffin.
Yeah, and like because you can see that, but like you have to kind of look and concentrate to see that.
Yeah.
And that's not good enough. It needs to be a little bit clearer.
It's not immediately apparent what's going on, and then when you finally figure out what is going on, it's not really worth all that time.
Wasn't worth the trouble. Yeah. Have I seen it move? Have you seen it move? I haven't seen it move.
I've seen it move. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it good? Bad? Indifferent?
It's like when Gmod fucks up.
Oh, lovely.
Or maybe Beam. What's that game called? Beam NG, the Cowboys game. It's like that when things fuck up. You know what I'm talking about.
I know.
I hope you know what I'm talking about.
I relish the opportunity to see this in game.
Well, you're gonna have to jump through some hoops if you want that to happen.
Yep, I sure am.
These next two, I'm not really. I don't know if you've come across these two. The one on the left is Qfant. The one on the right is, I think it's Copperjar. I think it's pronounced. Okay. They have an interesting typing. If you don't know what they are, I don't have to tell you.
It's not immediately apparent, but they're green.
Oh, actually, yeah, this will be good. Guess what type it is?
Yeah, so, not immediately apparent. Because it's green, I'd have to say at least one of them would have to be grass or poison.
They've both got one type, and it's the same type.
Oh, really? Okay. I would say grass or ground. Maybe ground. Yeah, I'm going to go ground type. Oh, this doesn't make any sense. I'll just say grass because they're green. I feel like that's usually a safe.
A good choice. They're steel type.
Okay. Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea. I haven't read that. I haven't caught either of them.
Yeah. I don't particularly care for the construction digger.
Oh, it's like an arm, isn't it?
Yeah, because it looks like it's got little fingers.
Oh, and the one on Qfin looks like a butt plug. And he's wearing a backwards baseball cap.
Yeah, he's a cool, young, youthful kid.
A cool youth with a butt plug in its
butt
nose.
plug and a backwards hat. Yeah, the way that the evolved. What was the name again?
Qfant? Oh, the evolved one. Copperjar.
Copperjar.
It's copper and then JAH.
Oh, okay.
I assume they're going for an Indian thing because you know how England colonized. Nice. Sorry, not colonized, like invaded India.
Yeah, and then ruled them with an iron fist for, committed some not so great things.
Yeah. Well, what are you talking about?
The way that the trunk looks reminds me of Diggersby's ears.
Yeah.
And I don't appreciate that.
Sorry,
Dom, you just said that. I promise I said that without copying your comment. I hadn't read it yet, but yes. We are aligned.
I was about to say I hate Qfant. I don't hate it, but I do not enjoy it whatsoever. Copperjar is fine, and nothing. I don't think it's good. I find it
very interesting that it's got like what one would assume to be horns that have been cut off on its head.
Right.
Maybe that's what it looks like to me. Because it looks like if you've ever seen like if somebody's like poached a bison and cut off its horns and they're just kind of flat.
Yeah. They cut them
off.
Hellboy
horns.
Yeah, they cut them off so poachers don't try to kill them to get them because they don't have any.
Yeah. So maybe there's gonna be an anti-poaching vibe, some more SJW fucking political content in my video games.
Yeah, I love shooting elephants. What are you talking about?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hellboy Stubbs, we did it again.
Anyway, yes, let's move on. We're nearly done because we're approaching 9:30 and I'd like to play Pokemon. I can't remember what this dude's name is.
I believe it's Rilladdrum. But that was the leaked name that I read. I don't know if that's actually correct.
Yeah.
Because obviously the leaks were 100% accurate and everything was true.
I hate it. Bad. Bad.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you.
I would have liked. There's three main concerns that I have. One is that it has a drum, which is not a part of its body, and I don't like Pokemon with external objects.
Yep.
2 is the drumstick, which is C problems number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 is that fucking little
bit of hair.
Yeah. I don't even know what to call that. It's like a cross between a cowlick and a fringe.
Yeah, it's really, 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 really annoying. I don't like it at all. Get a haircut, you filthy hippie.
Dom, you're correct. Sirfetch'd, Farfetch'd. I really had no affinity for Farfetch'd. Sirfetch'd, though, fucking get in.
Get in.
You're right. You're right. I'm a hypocrite. However, Sirfetch'd. By the way, I nicknamed my Sirfetch'd Kingfetch'd. Because he earned that distinguished title by just killing it every time that he came in.
Yeah.
So he's in my radar now too.
God, I hope so.
God, come on, Sakurai.
Do it, you coward.
If we make Sirfetch'd a big enough meme, like Sans was, we'll get Sirfetch'd.
I can't believe he got it.
Yeah. Don't like this one. And I'm so sad that I couldn't pick Grookey because Grookey rules and
Grookey. I've sort of come around on Grookey. I didn't love him. In fact, I don't even think I liked him at the start.
I didn't either.
I didn't like him specifically because of the weird beak thing. Which obviously it looks sort of better on this fully evolved version because it looks more clearly like it's a sort of simian monkey type thing.
Yeah, it looked like a spore creature.
Yeah, and I didn't That wasn't good.
That was bad. We got one more to talk about. My throat's about to give way, so I can't even remember what this one was called.
Bim bug.
Bim
Bug.
Bim Bam Bug.
Bim Bam
Oh
Bug.
wait, it's in my notes. Hang on.
Yeah, we talked about it in the thing. Blip Bug.
Blip Bug. I haven't actually looked at it properly.
Yes.
And now that...
So it's funny. I just want to clarify. You said you hadn't really seen this one. Like you hadn't seen a whole heap of them. I've seen fucking nothing but this Pokemon for what feels like the entire game. It just kept fucking appearing. And you know, like when you have in the rustling, when there's like the unknown rustle, and you have to encounter it to see what it is.
Yeah.
I did that, and about fucking 7 times in a row, it was a Blip Bug, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like I thought that it was just set that only Blip Bug could be that for the route. I thought that was what it was.
Right. What route was this?
This was on like the first two ones on the way to the Pokemon Professor. I encountered nothing but these fucking bad boys.
Okay, I'm just checking if it's a Shield exclusive.
I've got Sword. I play Sword.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, that's what. Sorry, I should have clarified. Yeah, originally I was going to play Sword. You were going to play Shield all the way around.
Yeah.
But as I told you on the weekend, I popped up when I was packing at 5 o'clock on Saturday morning, and I brought Mitch's game instead of mine. So now I'm playing Sword. I think someone in the Discord said that he's got a little bow tie. That's not what I thought at all. I was distracted by those big fucking freaky eyes. What the shit is that?
It's triggering my trypophobia, and even though it's not that, but it is still.
Yeah.
I hate fuck this.
Fuck him. I don't like it.
It makes me feel
all.
Really uncomfortable. Hey, if I saw this in an art gallery, I go, I understand that the point of art is to elicit an emotion, and they're definitely doing that, but I don't like that emotion.
Don't appreciate it at all. I really, really, really can't stress how deeply I dislike it. I thought they were just markings, and then like it did something, and it got you can see like the eyelids dropped out.
Oh
to
no!
The angry eyes. That's fucked. That's so fucked.
Oh no!
James Turner, you did good on some of this, and then you did it good with Flapple, and you fucked it up with this. I'm sorry. It's deeply, deeply concerning.
I want to call my Flapple Gex, but is there anything? Can I improve on that? Can I put an apple pun in there?
Hang on, sorry, my audio just started playing back to me. I think Pearly27 has hosted us.
Oh, thank you, Matt.
Thank you very much. And welcome to the tail end of the stream.
Yes, we're just about to wrap up.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But we are coming up with nicknames for my Flapple, which...
We are, yeah. So contribute your thoughts. If you had to name the gecko Apple Boy, what would you call him?
But I mean, I've got it. I'm trying to think of a pun to do with Gex and apples.
You could try and vocalize the noise that Crash Bandicoot makes when he picks up an apple.
Wow!
You know, like,
oh, no, that's
like sort of.
But an onomatopoeia. Yeah, I don't know.
Yes. I don't know how you would spell that, but maybe you could name him that. Yes, that was pretty close. It was kind of like a slurpy chomp. Maybe you should call him Slurp Chomp.
See, I really want to call him Gex, but I do want to call him Slurp Chomp. Oh, man. I can't... It's Slurp Chomp. It has to be. Yeah.
I'm sorry for putting that thought.
No. It's... Look, sometimes things have to be this way. And we just have to accept the things the way they are sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You should call your mask the Aku Aku noise.
I should call it Aku Aku.
Hunmaga.
Hunmaga. That's so good. It's really... You've been playing a lot of Crash Team Racing.
I have. I've played so much Crash Team Racing the past little while.
Yeah.
Not that I've gotten any good, but you know, we're getting.
See, Dom, I knew that Apple Boy would have its haters. I think mine's a girl. But Apple is the best. Flapple rules so much.
Flapple rules, and Blip Bug drools.
Oh, Slurp Chomp.
Got him.
I mean, you suggested doing the onomatopoeia, and I guess that
technically is true.
It's just not very good onomatopoeia, but it's there. It exists. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Thank you, Bianca.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm surprised we had more Pokemon to talk about. But
and I'm surprised I had so much to say, considering I've played all of 4 hours of this bloody brilliant game.
Yeah.
But it's just super fun.
Yeah. Thanks for joining. Have a good night.
See you guys.